How are your personal priorities changing as you get older?
Yeah, when you have kids, man, that changes everything, right? So as a founder, Rocketship's, my baby, yeah, I give it a lot of time, right? But I got two other babies, right? Who mean a hell of a lot to me. And so I think, you really figuring out that balance, right? I remember I've got a lot of staff at Rocketship will say like, hey, I don't know how I'm going to have a family and manage my life, and I say to them like, it's really hard to answer that question until you have kids. Like have a kid and like, you'll figure it out, right? You just make different choices. And I think that's really true for me, right? Like I love Rocketship and I want it to be really successful, but not at the like total expense of my family and my kids. And so I think you make different choices there. And so I think I've made a lot of different choices there,
Yeah.
And I think the other thing, this was a big lesson for me too. And, the first year at Lucha, and I blew out my appendix in February, and the story there is I knew my appendix had burst. I'd gone camping with my kids, third graders. We'd been gone for a week, and we were going into ski week, so we had a week off of school, and I was looking so forward to that week off. It'd been an intense first year, and I'd gotten my butt kicked. I'd been learning a lot. Teacher to principal is hard, and so we're driving to LA, my wife and I, and I felt the pain. Like I knew something was up. So I wake up the next morning. We arrived in LA. I wake up and I went to the hospital and they're like, oh, you're passing a kidney stone. Come back tonight and we'll check on it. I was like, I think it's more serious than that. But I was getting together with some friends, doing some stuff.
Yeah.
I came back 2 days later. By then it was pretty intense. It was pretty bad by then. And I spent a week in ICU and spent a week at home in LA, 2 weeks out from school, and came back half-time. And that was a real lesson. Like you got to take care of yourself, right? You gotta have some balance. You got to go to the gym. You got to have personal time. You can't just like work.
Yeah.
And that was back in 2004. And I'd say I've been pretty good about that to this day. Like I've got time where I work out and I've got time where I'm doing other stuff. And I'm pretty religious about that. So it's been a big lesson learned. Like you better take care of yourself or else this is going to be a sprint. If you want to be a marathon, better take care of yourself.